Hi everyone, how are you? I thought I would pop on and do a video this afternoon. I have not done one in years, and not for Stampin' Up purposes anyway, for showing my cards, card making. Yeah, well before the pandemic actually, so when I used to do Facebook Lives and videos, but I haven't done any since then, so I thought I would get back and try and do a few. I can't actually do Facebook Lives anymore because Facebook have changed the rules and now you need 100 followers on your business page, which sadly I don't have at the moment. So I'm hoping to build that. So please feel free to share this if you can. That would be lovely. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So yes, yesterday, I'll just show you this. Yesterday we had a card event. I had a card event here where we made a stack of 8 cards. So we had 4 different designs, which I can show you actually if I've got them to hand. Yeah. Let me show you. So we had 4 different designs. So that was one of them. That was another. I don't know if you can see that in the seller bag. I'll take it out of the cyclist one. That one, that one. We did one each of the little girl on the beach, little girls on the beach, and the man in the deck chair. And a lavender one, which I can't find the original. I've actually been making the kits up because I did myself a set of kits. But didn't get a chance to make them yesterday, so I'm doing them today. So yeah, this was the first one we did, the lavender. So we did that one. That was the last one we did, that one. Then so we did 2 of these, so 2 each of those, 1 each of these, and 2 of the cyclists. So yeah, we have a busy day. We're here. We started at 10 and we finished at 3. So I've been doing that today. I've done my lavender ones already, and I just changed them up a little bit, just changed the sentiment on them really. So some rather cute. So I just thought I'd show you these ones because it's quite a good method actually. They look they are quite simple to do, but if you can see, you've got a man on a deck chair and you've got background, and if you think about it, you think, well, how am I going to colour the background in with a stamp but avoiding the man, and vice versa with the girls as well. So but you can, we use a technique called masking, and that's what I thought I'd show you this afternoon. So I've already stamped the images, as you can see, in a retired colour actually, Pebbled Path, but it's my favourite colour. I'm hoping it will return at some point. So I've already done the man, and I've coloured him in with our Stampin' blends. So I think what we can do, no, I'll colour the girls in. I'll do the lady, the mum and daughter. I'm going to use our Stampin' blends. So we've got 2 skin tone colours. Yeah. And although that one looks the darkest, I think that's actually the light one. Oh, don't know, it might be the dark. Let me just check. No, that's the dark one. So you want a little bit of light and shade. So I'm just going to... These are alcohol pens, which are very different from normal felt tips. They act in a different way. So yeah, they can bleed slightly, so you do have to be careful not to go too close to the edge. But ours are pretty good actually, but some alcohol pens that I've had really do bleed. But yeah, these aren't too bad. They do actually go through to the back of the cardstock sometimes, not so bad on the lighter colours, but so you have to be aware of that as well. But the fantastic thing about them is that you can just blend the colours together, and if you wait a couple of minutes, they just merge in together really well. They give you quite good professional looking results with your colouring. You don't have to be an artist really. With card making, I find most of it is you do have to be a little bit crafty and you learn techniques, but you don't have to be skilled artists. If you have good quality materials, it really does help. So next, going to do the little girls. I don't know what I've done with the cards. There we go. We've got Highland Heather. I'm just going to have these in front of me so I can get an idea of what I'm doing. Not doing the man, so we're doing the lady and daughter. So don't know, should we do... So yesterday I had Flirty Flamingo and Highland Heather. I think we'll keep with that. So what I do is where the creases, where the rubber stamper's already stamped and there's creases, I just do the dark colour. Each pen comes in a colourway, and there's what they call a dark and a light. So this is the dark Flirty Flamingo. Just want a little bit of contrast really. So that's all in the dark. Now I go back to the light one. There's two ends on the pens. There's a brush end and there's a thinner end. I don't use the brush end if I can possibly help it. You only need the brush end actually when you're doing really large areas. I do try not to use them because the end does get broken or quite easily. But yeah, I always do the dark. I know lots of different people do it lots of different ways. I always start with my dark colour first, and then I go in with the light, going over the dark. I just find that works for me. If it's not strong enough, you can go back in again with your colours. I'm certainly not a professional with using them. There are many demonstrators out there who are much more efficient with them. And proficient, I should say, but I'm happy enough with what I do. So, this little girl's dress. So now we're going to do the mum's dress. So, I did contemplate on going on a bike ride this morning, but then I thought, no, it was due to rain, not until about 2 o'clock, and actually it's past that, and it hasn't rained yet, but the wind was quite bad this morning. It was quite windy, and I did go out last Sunday in the wind, and it was quite tough for me because I don't cycle now as much as I used to. So I thought, no, I'm going to stay in and have a day of crafting. So yeah, again, that was the dark, so I'm going to go in with the light. So yeah, I might use the brush tip on this so you can see. You have to go very lightly with the brush tip so it doesn't get crushed. I'm probably doing it a little bit quicker because of being on video than what I normally would do. I would take a little bit more time normally. But where it's quite boring watching somebody else colouring in. Okay, that's the main dress is done. I'm going to need to go back to the skin tones. Now I've forgotten which one's which. I really ought to just label them. I think that's the dark one. Dark and light. I've only got these two skin tones, I have to say, although I've got an ivory which is very pale. But there are some darker colours as well, so you can get a good range of skin tone colours. I probably do need to invest in some of those. Unfortunately, both of these stamps come from two different sets, and they both sadly are retired. But I am using retired stuff because I can't afford to buy everything new, and I love so many of the old stamp sets as well. So yeah, I'm using them. I think she's a little girl, dark hair. Not quite sure what's going on with the hair. She looks like she's got a ribbon in it. So we'll match that to the dress. And I think we'll make the mum blonde. So I'm just going to have to use the Daffodil Delight, which is basically a yellow. obviously, by the name of Daffodil Delight. Doesn't look like I've coloured her face in. I might have missed that. Yeah, you can see this end's pretty well used. I'm getting a little bit dried up, I have to say. So we'll stick with this one. Yeah, I think I've grabbed one of my old pens. I need to sort them out. I'm just going to go back in. Long one. That light. That's it. Right, so we can actually get rid of those now. I'm just going to put them away then. I've done all the colouring. I've got to do the background. So yeah, this is the technique really now. So what I've done earlier, I've used what we call masking paper. You can actually use the post-it notes. So post-it notes that just have the sticky bit on the top. They're perfectly fine. But I do like using the masking tape. The only thing with the masking paper, sorry, not masking tape, masking paper, is you do have to sometimes take the stickiness off, pat it against your clothes, or because they can be a little bit over sticky and then end up ripping your cardstock. We nearly had that yesterday, but luckily we managed to save it. So all you've got to do now, so yeah, what I did, I stamped on this mask and then I had to cut it out, but we used this one yesterday, hence why he's coloured in and he's not white anymore. So you carefully place it over the image as carefully as you can. I can't get my head over the top because obviously the camera's there, so I'll do it the best I can. So stick that in place with him. Same with the mum and daughter. Oh, this is a fiddly mask because it's where they're holding hands. It's barely. But yeah, it's a good technique to use, and that's why I don't use it often, I have to say. It's why I'm trying to use it more often, because it's just a great way of getting background and foregrounds in. That's a little bit off, but that will do. Oh no, she's well off. You can see her. See, that's going to rip now because it's. So just grab a pokey tool. Yeah, I've kind of messed this up a little bit. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I've messed that up because the foot's curled right back. Damn, I haven't got another mask of this cut out, so we're going to have to go with it. That will do. Oh well, that's a little bit off, but we'll see what happens. I do like to try and get several uses out of the mask, but I don't think we'll be able to with this one, but hey ho. So anyway, now I'm going to put off, because we're using photopolymer stamps, which are these ones. These are clear. They don't have any foam rubber in, so you need a foam mat underneath. So we pop that underneath. And now we're going to do the C to start off with. I'm going to use Pool Party. Oh, brand new ink pad, so it's really tough to open. So these stamps, yet again, are from a retired set called Oceanfront, and it's just brilliant. It makes, oh, I don't know if I've got it here. No, I haven't got it to hand, but yeah, you can create sea scenes with it, but you can also do countryside scenes with it as well, which is how I did the bike rider. Right, we go in with the ink, and we're going to go up just a little bit. So you can see that because of the mask obviously creates a little bit of extra depth. You want to try and press as hard as possible in that middle bit, But we do have a way that we can go around that to cover any or fill in any gaps. So yeah, you get a ghosting like they've eaten ready break, as I said yesterday. But yeah, we can sort that, not a problem. Just cleaning the stamp. Well, actually, I could do the man while I'm here. Let's do the man. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the oh no, up a little bit. Press as hard as possible. But the different thickness of paper will make a difference. That one's better, much better. Go back to the little girls. I think we're using the same stamp for the sky in Balmy Blue. I keep crossing the camera, I know, but so now I overlap it a little bit purely because then it looks like a horizon line. Well, I think it does, and then you don't get a white gap in between. But yeah, again, there is a way you can sort that if it happens. Oh, we've got a big halo around the mum, never mind. Probably gone a little bit high with him, to be honest. It's gonna go off the page a bit. Right. Slightly different stamp for the sand. I'm using daffodils like yesterday we used crushed curry and it was a little bit bright, so I'm toning it down a little bit today. Overlapping again just a little bit. There we go. I'll leave them out actually because we're going to need to fill them in. Right, so now the mask comes off, which is the reveal. I love this bit. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the masks off without damaging them very easily. I have to say, from that point of view, a post-it note is much easier because it does come off so much easier. Yeah, I've ripped it. Oh well. But you get this, you can see it's done its job. That's the main thing. Just have to take your time a little bit because I don't want to rip the cardstock underneath. Peel it gently. Voila. Yep, we'll sort the ghosting out in a minute, the halo effect. It could be her aura. You could leave it as an aura, white aura, or you could put any colour aura around her if you wanted to. But we will just fill it in with the background colour. Actually, he was all right. So I can save that mask till next time, so that's good. So I can get rid of the map now. So what we'll do, we decided yesterday, even though it's a bit tricky to know if this is part of the chair or not, I think it's part of the background of the beach, so I'm going to treat it as that. Somewhere I have still got a pot in here from yesterday with the ink in, so Oh, it's going to be different coloured ink though, isn't it? Darn. Right, okay. Change that. Just going to go in with a blender pen. Just colour in all around the white bits. Oh, not up there because that's the C. This blender pen's quite well used. These are brilliant, these blender pens. That they work with watercolour pencils. Our watercolour pencils they work really well with. But they also work well with this technique. Oh, very good. Okay, that's the sand done on him. And you can see I'm making 2 cards at the same time because it's a very similar design. It really doesn't take much longer to make 2 cards sometimes of the same design than it does to make one. People ask me sometimes, how do I make so many cards in a day? And this is how. If they're similar designs, you just do them at the same time if you're using the same stamp sets. Yeah. So you can see it just blends it in. Can't see the difference too much. You can see I overlap the 2 colours here. I like to do that because that to me that looks like the horizon line then. A little bit of arm where I didn't cut it out. Oh, I think I've missed colouring her dress in as well, but never mind, that'll do. A little bit between her legs there. So I've just got the sky to do around her head. Just a little bit on the man. Oh, I think that might have been part of the chair. Whoops. Oh well. Yeah, I've coloured in one of the stripes, but oh well. Nothing's perfect when you're making cards. We're not aiming for perfection. It's all about creating and enjoying the process, really. I think sometimes when we're creating, if you go for perfection, it stops you. It makes you procrastinate and stops you from doing things. If you think you're going to make mistakes all the time, or you know you're going to make mistakes. So we just wipe it off to clean it. Just got a bit of the balmy blue sky to do. It's funny, it's quite bad round the mum, but you hit that. He was okay, he stamped okay. Just try and blend it in a little bit. mess it a little bit, but I might do what we did yesterday. Actually, we had a little bit of a little bit of an error with one of the cards yesterday on somebody's. Somebody got fingerprints down the side of the card, and it's like, oh dear, didn't really want to start again. So what we did, we got underneath because it's quite mucky. We got another stamp from a different set. Or was it? Yeah, can't remember the set it came from, but oh, I mustn't forget to do the birds either. Oh, I don't know what I've done with the bird stamp. Hold on. There we go. Do that in a minute. So yeah, what we did, because we had some smudges, and I thought, well, we'll go with it, and we'll just create like a sandblast effect, really. Just and it turned out rather well. So I do like these sort of stamps with the dots, or anything with texture in. Just creates a little bit of interest sometimes. Oh, we could go in with a darker colour, but I've just kept it to the lighter colour. Should we do that one? Yeah, let's do this one. This is ideal for like creating sand or just pebbles or anything really on a beach scene. That'll do. Right, so we're pretty much done apart from the birds. Right, slightly different stamps on this. We don't need the foam pad. Just to show you, when we've got these sort of stamps, they've got, I don't know if you can see, there's a foam layer in between the red rubber, and it sticks to the block. So it's got its own foam, so you don't need the extra foam pad. And sometimes if you have it, it just, yeah. Oh, look what I've done. See, I've got a black spodge up there. So what we'll do, we'll put the birds up there somehow. Try and cover it a little bit. It's easily done. You've got to try and keep your hands as clean as possible, which isn't always easy. And we'll just wipe them. So now it's just a case of getting it stuck all together. This is, oh, I love this new card. So this is one of our new in colours. Our in colours stay around for 2 years, and we've just been released in the beginning of May. So yeah, this is one of the new in colours. It's called Secret Sea, and it's, oh, I love it. It's not black. It looks black. It probably may look like black to you. I haven't got any black to show you, but the pen's black. I don't know if you can see the difference. So it's yeah, it's not black. It's like a blue, grey. It depends what other colours you put it with, really. But I really do love it. That and Pebbled Path. Pebbled Path is a nice grey colour, and I'm still using it. But sadly, I have run out of the Pebbled Path cardstock, so I'm going to try and see if I can get hold of some. So I'm just layering it up. Yeah, even with the stamping, I use Pebble Path to stamp them with. I don't like using black a lot of the time. I find black's just a little bit too harsh. So I like it a little bit more subtle. I think this would work well though. Secret Sea. Right, done that one. I'm just gonna With cards making, it's all about the layers. Layers will make it look more professional. So we've got a basic card base, white card base, and our layers. Right, that's done, apart from the sentiments. Now, rather than doing them separately, I've got another stamp set, which is another one that's retired, but there is another new one, which I'm probably going to invest in. And basically, you stamp a lot of stamps out at the same time, or sentiments at the same time, and the die cuts them all out at the same time. It's amazing. I love it. So I just sit and do a stack of them occasionally. So we've got one there called Hooray, It's Your Birthday. And I don't know what we have on the other one. Wishing you a year of magical moments and wonderful memories. That's quite nice. Might do that because that suits quite a few different occasions. Right, we are just going to sponge around the edges of those with, I think we'll use Pool Party, which is the colour of the sea. Or shall I use the... No, I think it might be a little bit harsh in this. Don't know. I could have used the Secret Sea, but I think I'll use Pool Party. So let's just go around it with a sponge dauber. So that one's going on there somewhere. I think this cut, oh, I just dipped my finger in the pad instead of the sponge dauber. Silly me. Right, I'll just wipe that. Hold on, before I get it on my card. Yeah, so it goes what I was saying. I think this would make a lovely Mother's Day card, which is obviously we've missed in this country. I think it was back in March sometime, but hey ho, that will go into my stockpile. Now, what am I looking for? My foam pads. Here they are. Should use proper Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I've got some somewhere. I do use them, but I've got some cheaper alternatives as well, which aren't as good, I have to say, but they do the job though. If you can see that. Excuse me. Oh yeah, needed a drink. Usually I would be finishing the cards off with a sentiment inside, but I'm not going to do that today. Not on video anyway. So you can put that wherever you like, up there, there. Don't know if I like it there, or here, or here. It's a bit of a conundrum sometimes trying to work out where to put it. I think maybe there. Probably could have put it there. That would have balanced with the birds better. Might have to put some other little decals on there to distract from that. That one's going to be better there. If you see, it's all about balancing it. Yeah, definitely. But actually, we've got Father's Day next Sunday, haven't we? Would make a great Father's Day card, but I've already got one planned for Simon. I do send Simon a Father's Day card, and I will have to make my dad one. He's not really a deck chair person. He's he likes cricket. Don't know what else he likes really. Trains, planes. I haven't really got any stamps for that. Well, I've got one stamp set with planes on. So if I get a chance, I might make him a plain one. Or he'll get a beach one. Although he doesn't like the beach, I have to say. He doesn't like sand between his toes. Never has done. There we go. All done. 2 reasonably quick cards. I didn't time actually, but yeah, I mean obviously I had the kits ready to go. But yeah, 2 quick and easy cards. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you another day. Thank you. Bye.